Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the manual conversion mini series of the Toyota Crown. Today we're going to be looking at the J160 gearbox and how we convert it to a JZ engine. The J160 came in the IS200 as well as the old Tesla. It was made by Aisin and it also came, or similar versions, came out on the MX-5 and RX-8 as well as the 6-speed Nissan Silvia engine. It's by far the cheapest way to convert a JZ engine. I think it's a good gearbox. I mean, you can't run a mad power through them, but they definitely can handle a lot more than the internet experts say. If you chose a different gearbox like the R154 or even the W58 or perhaps the ZF transmission from the BMW, now this part of the video series isn't for you. The reason why I choose the J160 because I think it's a good box. It can handle sort of 400 brake with a good oil, front clutch and a low mileage gearbox. So that is why I'm using it. Also the prop shaft bolts straight up, simple conversion. Now I'm going to show you the two J160s that came in the Lexus IS200. I'm not entirely sure on the old Tesla, but on the IS200 I sometimes get mixed up. It's all different letters and numbers, sorry about that. So on the IS200 the J160 came in two different versions. You had the remote shifter bracket made from steel and you had one made from aluminium. I don't mind which one I'm using, but I do like to modify it and make it smaller so it fits in the hole, so it saves us cutting the car. So obviously if you guys got an access to a steel welder more like an aluminium welder, I would recommend you getting this version. I like to cut it here and then from this hole here just get two quite thick metal pieces welded together. So it's literally just this little thing that's protruding. If you do it this way, you don't actually have to cut the car at all. Same with this one. I cut it here, then I move this bracket, obviously cut that, move it and weld the aluminium. Same thing, it's only this little bit that goes up into the car. So you don't have to do it, you don't have to weld anything. You can just cut the car, make the hole large, but I'd just rather cut a gearbox than a car. Now this is the adapter or a modified bell housing. This is made by MCL Autoworks, guy called Johnny in Northern Ireland. So this is what you'll receive together with some hardware, a spigot bearing and a release bearing with its sleeve. This is from a RB25, RB20, SR20 and as well as probably CA18. So it's a Nissan bearing. It's quite good because it's large bearing. The first version was using 8086 and it's a lot smaller, and with some of the clutch kits it was making a little bit of a noise, so he revised it and used the bigger bearing. There's another guy that sells these. He's a bit of a so don't buy it from him, buy the original from Johnny. So what you have to do is obviously you receive this, you will have to send your one back. I think there's a normally £50 deposit on your old bell housing. Now you'll split your gearbox, which I will show you in a minute, and you will end up out of breath with something like this. Then you put that on there, so you're going to end up with a 2JZ gearbox. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. These 12 mils bar one, that should be easily accessible. I'll leave that one there. Okay, put that aside. Then on the side here there's two 12 mils. I'm going to undo the one lower down where the bell housing sits. There's one 12 mil there, keep that. And then on this side here we've got an Allen key, which sometimes can be quite a pain, so make sure you get a good Allen key and get it all the way in. That's it. And now behind there we've got two, well we've got more than two circlips, but we need to remove the big one here and the bigger one on the smaller shaft as well. And that's two. Now in theory that should just come off now. Okay, and that should just come off like so. Next up, clean off all the old gaskets. Now this little guy, by far the biggest ball ache of this whole operation going. If you remember the Allen key, we had that bolts through this little hole here. So if you put the bell housing on, you're just going to push it off. So you need to secure it in place. I would like to know how they do it from factory, because there's got to be a better way. Now some people use the little loom bands. I even glued it with a super glue once. And obviously once you start using the box, just broke the glue. But rubber band works. Yeah, they'll do. I mean, if the rubber band breaks off, which, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna go into the gearbox, get it shredded. Your gearbox is full of silicone anyway, so this is the way I do it. It works for me, never had an issue. Next up, I'm gonna clean it off with a degreaser. Now we can put on the bell housing. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to put some oil on this Allen key, then I'm going to put it in. That's it, so we don't have to worry about it. Perfect. Now put some of these 12 mils in. Okay, now I know the bell housing sits where it should. I'm also going to put that 12 mil from the side right here. And then we're going to concentrate on the middle here. Now it's time to put the circlips back on. Sometimes you need to give it a little help. That's it. Yep, I think you still need to give it a little help. Now that's in. This one needs to come up a little bit. There we go. Now it's up. We're gonna put the other circlip in, if I can find it. That's it. Now we're just gonna clean the surface and put that input shaft sill sleeve thing. Not brilliant, running out of it. And there you guys have it. There's J160 modified to fit the JZ engine. I did forget to mention that you will use the W58 JZ flywheel and clutch with this setup. Unless you're chasing some mad horsepower, I think this is a great, definitely the most cost-effective way to adapt the gearbox or to convert your JZ engine to a manual. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, you know, all that stuff that people are asking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.